And now back to your regularly scheduled program.
All right, so I have some devious questions.
Some
Oh,
juicy
God.
questions. Let me
Yes,
just take
I
another
do.
sip for this.
Oh, I finished
You
mine.
want
You want
me
me
to
to start?
Oh, well then you go ahead.
So, ladies, our last episode, we talked primarily about men and emotional intelligence and how it affects them in relationships or throughout their lives. So, I have one question. Do you think women lack emotional intelligence in relationships?
I think it depends on the person.
Yeah.
It always depends on the person. That goes for men or women. I feel like when women do have emotional intelligence and they do create these boundaries for themselves, they're deemed as bitches. They're deemed as, they're viewed as, oh, she got too much attitude. She's too hard or whatever. When really she's just letting you know, like, no, this is my boundary and you should not cross, you're not allowed to cross that boundary.
Right.
And it's just like, and sometimes people don't like other people telling them, no, you can't do that. You know what I mean? And especially coming from a woman, no, you're a woman. You can't tell me no.
Yeah,
you know what I
exactly.
mean? And it's just like, no, when we tell you like, no, don't do that. No, don't touch me. I don't need a hug right now. Or, just simple stuff like that. Or don't talk. Oh, I had to do this with my family. Don't talk about my body. It's not okay for you to talk about my body. And they just sit there and they laugh at me because they're just like, bitch, we gonna talk about you. We gonna talk about your ass. Like, cause this is what my family does. We roast each other, right? I don't partake in the roasting because it's like, I don't see the reason for it. I don't see, you know what I mean? Like, it's not in my nature to do that.
Right.
Because I feel like if I don't know how to properly roast because I'll go too far.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I know.
I don't.
Yep.
I
Go
go
hard or
too
go home,
far.
bitch.
I go too far. So I don't want to do that to anybody. But it's like when you set a boundary and then people are like, "Oh, why are you doing that?" And it's just like, this bitch. Who the fuck she thinks she is?
Yeah.
You know.
I feel like when we're talking about, because the question I feel like is being asked because I feel like there are men out there that think that women aren't emotionally intelligent because, oh, they can get jealous, they can get that, they complain a lot, this and a third, they're always yelling and all that stuff. I personally think that has like literally have nothing to do with emotional intelligence. That is more of like how you guys are communicating.
Right.
With emotional intelligence, I personally feel it does come with experience and how you learn from the experience, because I said it earlier that for the past 3 years I was starting to learn about my emotions and how to work with it and how to channel my feelings in other ways and things like that. So because there's a lot of shit that I'm not proud of like 10 years ago, and right now thinking back at it, like I'm like, wow, I was a crazy bitch. like even to the point where last year alone, my sister, the one that's right after me, the 28-year-old one, she is telling my little sister, the baby sister, that, because we're teaching her how to, I don't want to say control your emotions, but to learn your emotions and like how to kind of regulate it, or how to kind of deal with it or whatnot, and how to kind of express it. And she was mentioning, Momo would be angry a lot before, and right now she's not. Like, she actually listens, she talks, she communicates or whatever. And I feel like a lot of my anger came from what happened to me as a 16-year-old and being married at such a young age and having to fight my parents for 4 years and everything. So I feel like emotional intelligence really come with experience and what you learn from it. And if you change it to be better, or if you don't give a fuck and you just do what you do,
Yeah.
I feel like it's a little bit maturity level as well ties into it.
I'm glad you said that, because you had mentioned like guys like mentioning our like and lack of emotional intelligence.
Oh, she's crying.
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
yeah.
So what motivated me, because we was curating questions together for this episode, right? And I remember when we had put out a reel for our last episode, there were some comments from some guys, and it was like, oh, y'all have the nerve to be talking about we don't have control of our emotions. And I was like, wait a minute, you know, but I kind of get in a sense what they're saying, but I don't think it's a lack of emotional. It's how you, like you said, it's how you communicate with one another. And, you know, when we're crying about something, are you taking the time to understand why? Or are you just being dismissive? You know what I mean? So,
or what did it take for me to get to the point where I have to cry?
Like,
because sometimes when I'm crying because I'm angry and I really want to fight you, but I can't fight you. That's why I'm crying. That's why I'm crying.
Yeah,
Sorry.
It's just it's tough when you do hear guys, and I'm not saying every guy does say this, but there are guys that do say this, like, oh, women are emotional creatures and they let out a lot of emotions, go through a lot of hormones, and we have our menstrual cycles or whatever. But a lot of times it's like, you don't know what the fuck we go through. So it's like, you shouldn't assume what the fuck we go through. It's better just to like really ask questions and take the time to listen, because there's a difference between hearing us or actually listening to us.
Right. Comprehension is key.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Don't just sit there and nod your head when we're talking to you. Like, really sit there, listen, and understand what we're trying to tell you. You know, try and see our, like, as the woman should for her man and the man for his woman. Like, and also in same-sex relationships. Like, you should always, like, listen to each other, because this is somebody that you're intimate with, right? You don't want, why would you want to argue with the person that you're intimate with, you know? This is supposed to be your, like, you know, your person.
Yeah, your safe haven, your confidant.
You both chose each other.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's like, what's keeping you guys there?
Right.
So,
and if you guys are arguing all the time, it's toxic. Let it go. That means it's not about emotional intelligence at that point. It's more of y'all not supposed to be together. You guys don't like comprehend with each other. And, you know, same thing goes on the other side for, like, you know, women actually listening to men with their emotions, because I know men it's not easy for them to, you know, really express their emotions, because
I'm sorry, guys, the patriarchy got y'all all fucked up.
Facts.
Right.
The patriarchy got y'all all fucked up.
Facts.
And I really wish everybody would just get therapy. Like, I really wish therapy was free for everybody.
Therapy
you know what I
should
mean?
be free.
Yeah.
Period.
It should be.
I'm sorry. I'm so
sorry.
glad that you guys mentioned that.
Oh, God, what?
So, since we have 3 women in the room, I would love to ask y'all, as women, how can you tell that a man has his emotional intelligence? How can you tell that he's emotionally available?
intelligent?
Available when they're upfront, like, and they communicate and they directly, not indirectly, trying to say something or beat around the bush or whatever. Because for me, I've had only 2 relationships. Everyone else was like, but my first relationship before Devon, he was a guy that was not, I feel like, not emotionally intelligent. And the reason why I said that is not because he was loud, angry, complaining, or anything like that. It's because he was never direct with his emotions. I would never be clear of where we stood and stuff like that, even if I was expressing it. And it was more of like, do you want to be in this relationship? Because it's like, it seems like you're not proud of it. You're, in a way, it's sometimes like you were hiding it or whatever. Like, it's just, be honest. You know what I mean? Communicate. Tell me what's going on. I'm not talking about, because like I said, it is harder for men to, because of patriarchy, it's harder for men to really come out with their emotions. But if you're in a relationship and you're like not communicating with me, not being direct with me, and I'm lost of where we're at, then you're not emotionally available. Now, switching gears, now my relationship with Devon, in the beginning, it was straight. I just knew he wanted me, and he knew I wanted him. And that's how I knew he was emotionally intelligent, available, things of that sort, because it's like, you know, not for nothing, is like he knew what to do to like make me his girlfriend, but at the same time, it's like you were being direct, you know what I mean? You were actually communicating with me, you spoke with me every day, you made sure I was secure with certain things by saying certain things or giving me certain things or whatever the case may be.
Sending stuff to the job. That edible arrangements.
Oh my God. There's a whole story behind that.
There's a whole story behind that, but we
There's a
didn't
whole
get
story behind that.
It's too much. It's too
Don't-
much. It's too much. It's too
Oh,
much.
don't you worry. I have. See, like I said,
That's for, like, another time. We
this
could come back on the
This
pod.
is only a part 2. There is going to be a third part. There is definitely going to be a
honey.
third part. But I'm not.
Yeah.
Gonna, that's a little bit too much in the future. But I'm gonna get back to that. But one of the things that I always wonder is that how do you deal with when somebody kind of goes off the, especially spouses or friends that you know? Because I don't want to just leave it as spouses. I think spouses is an easy thing to do. People definitely like to talk about old relationships, but a lot of people don't like to talk about
Friendships.
how their friendships are.
Because friendships can be toxic.
Yes.
You could have friends
Ooh,
that
girl.
lack emotional intelligence. They have friends that can drag you down.
Yeah.
Like mentally. So yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
So how do you go about making sure or reassuring that a friend is okay, especially when your friends go through the worst of the worst? Because everybody, to be fair, everybody can go through it.
Yeah. You're absolutely right.
I think every friend is different, right? So everybody shows their friendship in different ways as far
like
as
love
like
languages.
friends.
And love
Yeah.
languages not only for relationships, they're for just
Right. Like for
any relationships.
like for me, I'm the type of friend. I remember way back when everything was still on lockdown, found out Momo had COVID. I would text her, "You alive?" She'd be like, "Yeah," or I call her. I always call Momo when I'm in the bathroom.
Oh
It's
my
just,
God.
It's just
or
how
when
it
I
is.
call her,
That's
she's
why
on on the toilet.
Yeah,
That's
I
why,
mean, it
that's
is what
why
it
me
is.
and Teresa.
That's what he does to me. And I'm just
I do
like,
it to all my friends. I literally do it to all my
It's
friends.
funny because we'll
FaceTime.
FaceTime. Yeah, I'll FaceTime and because she knows what my bathroom looks like. She's like, "You in your bathroom?" Yup. Or I'll just be like, I'll be washing my hands. I'll FaceTime her and she'll pick up. I'll be like, "You alive?" All right,
I'm
cool.
a daily fiber.
Like, apparently, yeah. No, but
that's what she's doing in the bathroom.
all right, Momo.
Sorry.
Too much Moscato for this bitch. No more. Cut this bitch off. Nah, let me stop. But yeah, it's
As
just
I'm finishing my wine.
everybody's like different with their friendships and stuff like that. So I'm the type of friend I'll even just do a quick text message. "You okay? You all right? Okay, good." Or even it's like if my friends are going out on dates, they share their location with me and
Yeah.
stuff like that. And I'll check that location and shit like that. It's like, all right, I don't drive and I don't have a car, but I will find my way to you. You know what I mean? I'm that friend. So as far as like checking in, that's me and the type of friend I am as far as like checking in with my friends. And also there's I feel like I'm also the friends, like you can talk to me about anything, you know what I mean? And you can like share your concerns with me. And then I feel like I'm good at talking people off the ledge. You know what I mean?
I definitely called you the other day to talk me off the ledge.
Oh my God, no, but it wasn't just you, it was somebody else who was just like, they were kind of spiraling. And I was like, I had to check, like, as your friend, you should be able to check your friends.
Yeah.
So I had to check my friend and be like, "Hey, so this is what's happening. We're all adults. We all have our own personal lives. Like nothing. Well, like what you are coming up with in your head is not actually what's happening.
Right.
Like I can't go out because I have to save money for this trip that I'm taking.
Right.
You know what I mean? Or like we can meet up. If you want to meet up, that's fine. But we got to do something like a walk in the park.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because So a monthly Metro card, my brother calls it a Ferrari. So I got a Ferrari. That's what I got. Because anything where my Ferrari could take me, that's where I'm going. Like
Right.
I could do stuff like that with you and stuff. But you gotta talk to me and let me know. I don't want you to sit there and spiral.
I
Right.
like that you brought up about being able to check your friends.
Yeah.
And so to like kind of answer the question about like friendships on how you know if your friends are like emotionally intelligent in a way or if it's too toxic or whatever, like if I could check my friends, if they don't feel no type of way, as a friend I'm coming to you and telling you, "Hey,
Right.
yo, you need to chill." Or like, "Hey, I don't think you should do this." Or like if you are coming like that you're, sad about something, about life or life is hard or whatnot, I'm that friend that will push you. You can ask her.
Oh, she is a pusher.
I'm a pusher.
Oh, this bitch is a pusher.
And I do it to a point where it's just like, I'm not going to be your mother, but I do it I'm that tough love friend. And
Yeah.
it's like, just like how you said, like everyone receives their love different or gives their love different or whatnot. With my friendships, like I do see what I can do, like what can I give you for who I am, because I'm not gonna change who I am, but like how can I do it in a way where you won't feel like a certain way. But if it gets too much where I have to like really work hard to not hurt your feelings or whatever, but I'm not saying anything that's hurting your feelings. I'm just telling you the truth as a friend, as a best friend. And if you can't handle the truth, or you get mad because I do tell you the truth and you block me, you don't talk to me or whatever, I don't need that or whatever, you know what I mean? So it's just like, for me, the distinctive part of knowing if your friend is like, they're like that I can be compatible with them emotionally is if I can really tell you what it is, just like how you can tell me what it is and I don't block you.
Right.
You know, like that's me.
A loving drag. They drag you, but in lovingly.
Drag you out of
yeah.
love.
Drag you out of love.
I personally relate to Momo on that side because I feel like I'm that friend. I feel like I'm the tough love friend. I don't have time. Cut the bullshit. Tell me exactly what's wrong. Get to the nitty gritty, right? Certain people, you don't know them that well. So if they don't tell you, that's understandable. But somebody that I know for 5, 6 years, 10 years, something like that, you need to explain to me exactly what's going on so that even if I can't figure out how to help you, I will at least try to lead you in the right direction so that you can get there. But some people, I feel like they don't understand that. And even when you tell them 5, 6 times, it's like they don't listen and they just don't care to listen.
Honestly.
And you, to be fair, even though I'm that tough love friend, I believe that you got to keep pushing. You got to keep wanting to push somebody because you see the potential in them and you see the greatness in them. So you want to keep pushing because you know that if you push hard enough, they will finally get it. Now, do I believe at times that even though I push, some people don't get it? Absolutely. I deal with it.
Or you get that vibe where it's like they're getting upset.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not even, it's that, but it just feels like it's in one ear and out of the other.
Yeah.
It's like somebody, like my favorite thing, and Ebony knows my favorite word, my favorite term to say is you can be accountable, but if there's no action, then it makes no sense. So a lot of people may be accountable for certain things. They were like, yeah, you know what? I was wrong. I could take accountability for that. You know, I'll do better. And don't do better. Guess what? Then you didn't take accountability.
Oh my God.
That's like apologies for me. Like,
That's
for
what
me,
the fuck I was saying
accept
about
apologies. I accept,
accountability because people
actions.
love to say women don't take accountability. Oh, men say sorry all the time. I'm like, yeah, they say sorry
And then they
because
do
just
the
wanna-
shit again.
and they do it fucking again. How do you take accountability if you fucking do it again? I'm like, girl, yeah, sure. Like, some, you know, I am guilty of not saying sorry too much, but at the same time, it's like, I know I need to handle my feelings first before I really like own up to shit, and I do. But then it's just like, oh yeah, men say sorry all the time. If they fuck up, don't put the toilet seat down. Yeah, I'm sorry, but the fucking toilet seat is back up again or whatever. Like, what the fuck is going on?
What
the fuck?
And you
Toilet
get
seat
pissed,
down, bro.
But have you ever, if you ever clean toilets, when you lift up the fucking toilet seat,
yeah.
there is fucking shit
Don't start this
stuck
shit.
on the rim of the fucking toilet seat, and you
Ay,
expect me to
ay,
touch that
ay.
shit to put it down. You picked it up, you put it the fuck down.
See,
Thank
I
you.
will
I'm
say,
sorry. I had to do that
I
round.
will
Don't,
say
no,
something.
you can't say shit.
No,
you
we
can't
feel
say
very
shit about
passionate
me. Let
about
me
the
explain
toilet
you.
seat.
I can't say nothing about you.
I know, you can't. You know why? You know why?
You
Because
lucky you
I-
sitting there. No.
you can't even, because you can't say that I don't. I literally consistently try to clean my toilet. Unfortunately, I also live with 2 other guys, so
Okay.
take that for what it is at times. But you
I
know,
will
we
sip
still
my,
try.
let me
You will
sip
sip
my
your
wine.
tea,
I
sip
ain't
the
got
rest
it.
of it.
You still try to do your best. But just because I'm saying this, I know there's going to be a friend out there who's probably going to hit me up. So which camera am I? Which camera? This one? This one? To my friends, I love y'all. I really do. I really, really do. But if I say something, you can't be mad, fam. You can't be mad. Why? Because I love you enough to tell you the truth. And if you don't want to take that, I don't know. I don't know what you hoping
Let me
for.
tell you,
for
this is a
prayer
very
from
specific
a fairy.
friend.
No,
Yes.
no. It's more than one. It's definitely more than one. It's more than one. And I know for sure they're gonna feel it. But I know that I'm going to get a text or a call as soon as this gets released, and they're going to say, "Oh, why was you talking to me?" I was like, I ain't mention your name.
Just respond back. Be like, "What's your shoe size?" "Oh, it fit, don't it?" Huh?
Well, with me, I could say like I would have to take accountability in terms of like when it comes to friendships or whatever. I feel like I'm there, right? But my thing is, I'm not. You could clear your throat all you want to. Let me just say this. Because he's the type of person, he calls his friends 24/7. I do not.
Me either.
I do
Me
not.
either. Everybody got lives. Come on.
Right. So, but I'm the type of chick, if you call me, I don't care if we haven't spoken in 2 months. If you call me, Ebony, I'm going through A, B, and C.
You're there.
I am there in a
Yeah.
heartbeat, period. That's the type of friend I am.
Yeah.
And I think that's like emotional intelligence high
Yeah.
because it's like you don't let the time you don't bicker about the time. You know what I mean? Like, oh, you didn't call me and now you calling me for help. You know what I mean? Like,
No,
it's just,
hell no.
I love it when you haven't spoke to, like, when you guys are friends, met somewhere, school, work, whatever, and then you guys haven't talked, but like occasionally you guys hit each other up on either social media.
Right back up where you left
can pick
off.
up right back up where
That's
you left
how
off.
I am with all my friends. And
Yeah.
I love it. You know, I do feel a bit of like guilt.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you don't know. Like I had
Yeah.
a friend, I'm not going to go too much into detail, but she had gotten married or whatever, and we didn't speak for a while. And when we did, I had no idea what this girl was going through. And I felt terrible that I wasn't hitting her up during the pandemic like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like I stick with that guilt a lot. 'Cause it's like, damn, like although I couldn't have done much, just me being a good listener or being that ear, you know,
for them to vent and stuff. Yeah.
Absolutely. It's a guilt that I sit with a lot. You know, so
Totally get that.
I feel bad. Which camera am I?
That one.
I feel bad. I still feel bad to this day.
She still love you though.
Yeah, she do. We spoke earlier today.
Oh, okay, good. I'm like, I hope y'all still friends.
No, we are still friends.
Okay, so since you talked about still being friends, I want you to come from an honest standpoint. Can you drop a friend and still make back up with that friend the same way?
Oof. This is a little.
I haven't been through something like that, so for me, it depends. It really depends. I feel I'm a softie for my friends. Like I love all I got like 5 friends, okay? Like my circle's small. Me too.
Yeah, same
My
thing.
circle is small. I got like 5
Same
friends
thing.
and I love all of them to death. And it's like for me, I always, when I think about my friendships and stuff like that, I always think about the past things. Like, God forbid if something happened, like let's say something happened between me and one of my best friends. His name is Ming, right? If like we stopped talking, I'd be devastated because, you know, we're very close. Love the kid to death. And it's just like, you know, he's like a little brother to me, you know?
Right.
And could we pick back up? I feel like I would pick back up with him because, you know, that's somebody that, you know, all 5 of my friends, they all have a piece of my heart. You know what I mean? So it's like, but it's also, I feel, but then if I feel betrayed,
Right. That's what I was
if
gonna say.
there's a betrayal, I don't, it depends. See,
I
if
think
there's
it
a betrayal,
depends on
I don't
why
know.
it dropped.
I don't know.
I feel like it depends. For me, it depends on why the friendship dropped. If it was just because our lives we just got caught up with our lives or whatever, then sure, like, you know,
That's something different.
That's something different. Like I feel like I have I have a couple of friends that has in each category. Like if our lives we just got caught up with our lives and our jobs and everything like that, then, you know, that's something different.
Adulting is hard, bro.
Adulting is hard.
Is so hard.
What?
It's hard.
It's
but
hard.
Yeah, but we're learning as we go, you know.
Like, fuck this shit.
He
It's ghetto
clowns
over
me,
here.
right? He clowns me a lot because I watch a lot of like stuff from the 90s and shit. And he's like, "Oh, you just want to stick in the past." I'm like, "Yo, I want to go back to a time in my life where I didn't have bills.
Yo.
A time in
I
my
think we
life where
all-
I had
we
no
all do that.
responsibility."
I
We all-
posted this like not this, this meme or whatever on our story. Take me back to the time when Chinese food was $10, rent was
Bruh.
$600, and gas you could fill up your tank on $20.
Oh
Yo,
my
you could fill up gas with
God.
$20.
And I said the 90s was wasted on my parents.
Yes,
because
yes.
this shit right here,
This
Yeah.
ain't it. This
Yeah.
ain't it.
the ghetto.
But
sorry, yeah.
yeah, like if it was dropped for a specific reason, like I have a couple of friendships that was dropped because it was a real hard reason, and it's like I can't pick it back up where it used to be, you know? Like for like there's one where it's just like there's something needs to change in our friendship for me to get back to not where we used to be, but like just get back to being friends, cause like I miss them a lot, you know? And then there's another friend I was like, fuck you, bitch. I don't give a fuck about you. Like that ass. Like you cut. That's it. You hurt me, and if you hurt me and more than me, like if you hurt other people that I love or whatever, then that's different. Like that's your cut. But then there's some where it's just like something needs to change. Something like either you need to do better or I need to do better, or something needs to change if it doesn't get to the point where it's like real cut. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I feel like that, and that's where I'm learning, you know, about my emotions and everything.
All right. I'm gonna be the one to say it because I've never really said it out loud as much. But the two other people that are part of this podcast, Kevin and Jordan, we've had a falling out. Like I've had a complete falling out with both. With Kevin, it was only for a couple of months. With Jordan, it was for a couple of years.
Oh man, that was nasty.
So I'm gonna go from the not so bad to the bad. So with Kevin and his wife Ashley, I love y'all, but I have to give you. I gotta be honest. I didn't think everything was all ready, right? When they were getting married, I was not really a fan because, and it's not because I wasn't a fan of her. I didn't think he was ready. I think he was just going for
Doing it.
Ashley,
And-
shout out to you.
Yeah,
we love you,
Yeah,
Ash.
because girl, I know, just know I know. But honestly, I just didn't think they were ready. And then Ebony had to slap some sense to me. She's like, "You've been friends with Kevin so long. Why would you do that to him?" And on top of that, he asked you, out of all people in the world, to not only be the godfather to his child,
yeah.
but his best man. So you really need to sit down and think about it. And I was like, you know what? Maybe I am doing wrong, and maybe I need to do better. And I apologize. As a man, I could look and be smart enough to know that I was wrong in that situation. I was dumb wrong, and I could have handled it way, way better. And no matter what, I should have been supportive, especially at a time like that. But we are on the greatest of terms now, so
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
And just a little spoiler, Kevin will be on the show. He is in Bermuda, so it's a little hard.
Ooh.
It's a
That's where
little
he lives,
hard,
yeah.
but
Oh.
we tweaking some things. You're gonna see him soon, and that episode's gonna be crazy. But
Okay.
You and
Jordan
Jordan.
story, the Jordan story was way more complicated. So I don't want to get into too much details,
Yeah, because that's some wild
but
stuff.
it had to do with a woman, and there was a woman he was dating, and I was not too. And that time, I was rightfully not a fan. And I don't want to get into too much details because that's his story to tell if he wants to one day tell
Right.
it. But honestly, I wasn't a fan, and I kind of told him about it. But how I did it, I was like, Momo, wherever you think you was, I was like 3 times worse. I was like, fuck this bitch. She ain't shit. I don't trust this bitch at all.
You could have
Fuck
finessed
her.
it a little better.
Yeah, I
Like-
definitely could have. I was like, I don't trust her. Now, apparently she heard it, and I'm glad she did, because I don't care.
Because the way it ended,
Yeah, it was definitely worth it at the
Look.
end.
Wow.
So, pandemic 2020, because we stopped talking in like 2017. No,
Wow.
wait.
it's
2018. Because that's when me and Eb
Oh, yeah, I didn't know you in
got together.
2017.
Yeah, so 2018. So 2018. So we didn't talk for 2 years. We didn't talk until like the end of 2020, beginning of 2021. He hits me up, and I hit up Eb, and I was like, I don't know how to really respond to this. And she's like, just talk to him. And I grew a year and a half later, well, 2 years later, because pandemic had happened. I want to
Right.
know that people are okay. And I will say this to anybody that I'm no longer friends with. Y'all could look at me, and if y'all watching the podcast, great. But I want y'all to know that I have no quarrels with you. I have no beef with you. If we're not friends no more, cool. I understand. We all grow. If we had a bickerment, I still hope the best for you. I will still wish you're healthy. I hope that you're happy. I hope everything is going well with you. At times, yeah, I was petty. I didn't even give a damn about some people. But at the end of the day, I don't want nobody hurt. I don't want nobody dead. I
Right.
want people breathing. I want people living their best lives.
Right.
And if your life was better without me, then something was right. Something had to be done. But as for Jordan, I love Jordan to death.
We all do.
Even
Shout out to Jordan.
to Jordan and Kevin. They look at me like a big brother, mind you. They're older
Both
than me.
older than him.
But that's how it is. That's how our dynamic has always been.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the one that's gonna pick you up from the sand. I'm gonna make sure that you're good. I'm gonna make sure, but I'm gonna tell you what you did wrong. I don't personally care if you feel a little hurt about it.
Right.
And Kevin, I love Kevin to death, but Kevin feels it a lot more because I'm close with Jordan, but I'm way closer with Kevin because. And I love to mention this moment, but rest in peace to Kevin's mom. But even before then, we have been tight knit. We've always been tight knit, which is the funny part because we went to high school together and we was cool, but we wasn't really that close. We were cool. And then as we went to college, and then we was talking to each other, and we found out we had certain things in common. All of a sudden, yeah, like it worked out. It worked out very well. So I will say that, looking in hindsight, I'm very happy how things have turned out. Now I have another question, of course. Flipping on from.
Wait, I want to retract my statement. Not retract my statement, but add. Because, like, depending on the betrayal of the friend, you could be dead to me. Like,
That's a
fact.
fact.
You could be dead.
Yeah, I've seen you
Momo
just.
seen
yeah.
it. Momo seen
While
it.
he talking about
Yeah.
da-da-da, I'm like,
You could be dead
I
to
was
me because
like-
Momo's seen it. Like there's
Yeah.
been people that I've been extremely close with,
Yeah.
and then the betrayal was just like too much, and I'm just like cut off.
Yeah, I
Bye.
definitely have someone that I'm like, fuck you. I don't give a shit.
yeah.
Yeah.
To the point I was ready to fucking. I was,
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
No,
Okay.
like,
Okay, Momo.
that's the thing. I'm in a situation like that right now,
Uh-huh.
but what makes it awkward is that my 5 friends
Uh-huh.
are friends with that person.
Oh.
And they're like, Emily.
that's a little
And this is
awkward,
where
yeah.
where my emotions are questioned because they were going out last week and they was like, yo, Ebbs, like, you want to come? And I was like, I don't mind coming. And then they started questioning, like, yo, Ebbs, if you come, like, yo, you going to be giving them dirty looks. You going to be, I'm like, I'm not going to say nothing to him. Like, yeah, but your body language. I'm like, so?
And it's like, you damn right my body language. Because it's like, no, for me, it was this one person that they, like, it had been years had passed. And we ran into them randomly or whatever. They were like, oh, hey, how you doing? I was like, hey. Hey, mad dry.
Yep.
I'm leaving.
And the
I'm like, all
same
right.
way.
I'm being so friendly and warm to everybody
Everyone else.
Bye. And I don't even say nothing to the other
Yeah.
person
I'm
that
the
I
same
did.
way. Yo, what is your sign?
Yeah, I'm a Taurus.
Oh, Cancer, honey. I knew I liked you from day one. Do you see the vibe?
I don't know
Yes,
these things.
yes.
I don't know
See,
these
this
things.
is why
Yes.
When's your birthday?
hear
I'm a
you.
Scorpio.
Okay, you're a Scorpio. It works.
I'm
Gemini.
a Gemini, so it's just,
Stay-
I have
stay far-
issues with Gemini.
Yeah,
my
stay over
brother's
there.
my brother's a Gemini and I don't like him. So
Yeah, stay over there.
Yeah, but that's your brother.
yeah, that's my
But
brother.
that's your brother.
Like,
That's
he's,
family.
he's cut from a different cloth.
Yeah, that's different.
yeah,
I'm
he's-
sorry, I interrupted
No,
you,
no,
but
no,
go
no,
ahead.
no.
I'm
So
sorry.
So
I'm
I do
so
have
sorry.
one last question.
Okay.
And I was asking a kid this earlier, and I asked them that in a reverse way. So I'm gonna ask you this: all of us are in our 30s. Looking back at your 20s, what is one thing that you would tell yourself more than anything else in the world? One main thing.
Just one
Just one.
thing.
Stop being so self-conscious. For me, it's that. Stop being so self-conscious.
Poof. Shit, I have like a bunch of shit. One main thing that I would tell my like teenage self, or like doesn't matter.
It doesn't
Doesn't
matter.
matter. to love yourself. That's it. Just to love yourself a little more than than you should, but just to love yourself because it's like I said, the way I grew up and how to love and be loved was just so different, and like I didn't know how to. So just to love yourself and take your time, really. That's two things, but love yourself a lot
Love yourself,
more.
comma, take your time.
Yeah, exactly. To love yourself, but like you're worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Amen.
You're worth it. Like that's why I'm gonna take your time. Like you're worth it. Yeah. Boom. What about you guys?
So I took a breathwork class a couple months ago, and that question was asked,
Mm-hmm.
and it brought me to tears.
Mm.
And what I would tell myself, my 21-year-old, because I'm 31, so let it go, sis. Whatever is bothering you, and you know what's so fucked up? I'm still telling myself this shit.
Yeah. Yeah, I am too.
Let it go.
Yeah.
Whatever is bothering you, what somebody said to you when you were in junior high school, let it go. Let it go. Like,
Oh, that's hard to do.
it's
I
hard.
feel like-
I hold on to
Grudges,
I hold on to
yeah.
grudges. I hold. Ooh.
I've learned that with everything that has happened and, with the friendships and relationships, even family members that has gotten you angry or upset, anything like that. And like, I feel like the best thing, and to me, this all happened in my adulthood, not like my childhood or anything like that. For me, like, and I'm still learning it. I'm still trying to do it. And I feel like the best thing to do is to let it go.
Yes.
Because it is like that anger, that frustration, the hate, the anxiety, when you think about that person and everything, it builds up and it disrupts my life.
Yes.
Even if not in a major way, it disrupts my everyday things that I do, or it causes anxiety. And if that name is even mentioned, I'm just like thrown off, triggered. And so just the emotional intelligence about anger itself is like, you really just have to kind of let it go.
Yes.
And we had an episode about forgiveness. And for me, I said that my forgiveness, like with serious shit or whatever, I don't know if I like completely forgive that person, but I try to move forward. I try to, think about the situation in a way where I'm less angry and move forward.
Yeah.
Because it's not like with those type of people, I'd never see them again and I don't say, oh, I forgive you or whatever. It's more of like, I'm gonna take this situation as a lesson, and I'm gonna take it for my next friendship, for my next relationship, for my family member, whatever the case may be. And so I feel like that's the biggest thing about emotional intelligence is like whatever, and that's why I said it depends. It doesn't matter if you're a guy or girl. It's really if like what you went through, your experience, and if you learned from it, and not just 1 year out the other type of shit.
I love it. All right, so I'm gonna go a little different. I'm gonna go a different route. What I would tell my past self is what I'm gonna tell what I tell my present self, and what I would tell my future self. Enjoy the ride. I feel like people would want to change a lot of things about themselves. I wouldn't change a damn thing because I had to learn. I had to take my time and learn a lot of things, and I had to appreciate that. Do I wish that I didn't have to go through things that was scarring me?
Right.
Yes. But in reality, that's how I carved to be who I am today.
It happened for a reason.
Everything in life happens for a reason.
Oh, that's another thing I would say.
Enjoy the ride because life is crazy, man. Life is crazy.
It is.
So it could turn you anyway. It could be good. It could be bad. It could be great. But enjoy that ride.
Yeah.
And just take it for what it is. I would say that.
I like that.
Yes.
That's nice.
So now comes to my favorite part, the ending
I was thinking
segment.
about this part. I'm just gonna
So
go
I
off
love this part.
I'm gonna go off the whim.
So,
Just whatever comes to mind.
Teresa and Momo on More Than Vaginas, they have a segment called 5-Second Rule, and we have a segment called This May Get Us Canceled. So
I'm ready.
we decided
Teresa
that
is
we
ready.
wanted
Oh my
to
God.
do a combined segment called This May Get Us Canceled in 60 Seconds.
Because we're going to need 60 seconds to explain ourselves.
Now, the rules of This May Get Us Canceled in 60 Seconds is very simple. The person who is speaking is allowed to make their comment, but nobody around them is allowed to reply. You cannot reply whatsoever, even if it is burning your soul to say something. So, Teresa.
I'll go first.
She's ready.
All right.
Wait.
Oh.
I got to get the timer.
Oh, damn. It's going to go past the time. I'm just letting you know that right now.
So we changed it to, you know what?
Just go ahead.
This
You
makes
know
us
what?
On
canceled.
our segment,
You know
we
what?
never name
We
anything
never
in 5
name things,
seconds.
3 things in 5 seconds. We always like go off the rails.
Wait,
know
it's
what?
3 things we have to name?
No. That was our thing.
Okay, I'm like, wait, I wasn't prepared for all of that.
All right, you know what? Forget the 60 seconds. You just go. Just go.
All right. So, myself, Teresa, I enjoy listening to music, right?
Now you gotta look directly in the camera.
I enjoy listening to music, right? Now, this is going to be controversial because this artist is very well loved amongst many people. R.I.P. to them, right? I don't think they were that talented of a singer. And I'm talking about Aaliyah. I'm not here for the soft singers. I feel like there are very few soft singers. I see your face.
She drank the rest of her wine.
And that's why this may get me canceled. All right. So there are very few soft singers that I enjoy. For example, Janae Aiko. I feel like her vocals range.
Yes.
Halle range. Janet Jackson. She's a soft singer. But I heard this woman sing a cappella and I was just like, oh, so they
Icon.
keep on, exactly. They keep on fucking, like they do some shit in the studio. But, and granted, I've never heard Aaliyah sing a cappella or whatever like that. And the only music that I have listened to hers are the ones that came out on the radio. And if I'm at karaoke, will I sing Rock the Boat? Yes, I will. And I will, give you a routine and everything, okay? But to me, Aaliyah was not that talented of a singer. She has her roses, okay? She has her bops. She's done major things. Has she changed a lot of things in the music industry? Yes, she has. I'm not saying she hasn't done that. But what I'm saying is, I don't think she's that talented of a singer. Same thing like with Ciara. I don't think Ciara's a talented singer. I think Ciara is a great performer.
Dancer, yeah.
She can dance her ass off.
Oh, yeah.
Beautiful children. Amazing body.
And she got Russell Wilson.
And she got Russell.
No offense, babe. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. She's one of the very few women that got a good one.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Yeah. So, but to me, she's not that talented.
Okay.
Drake will never speak to me now because he's such a big league.
That's okay.
Yeah, and you know what? That's fine. That's
That's
fine.
fine,
That's
too.
fine.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with Ebony now because I want to mix it up a little.
Oh,
Thank
God.
you.
Oh, me?
Yes, you.
I wasn't ready. No. I wasn't ready.
Where'd you go? I have mine in the clip.
Yeah,
Not
you
yet.
was ready.
Not yet. I'm not yet. Because mine's going.
I think I have said this before, but I'm sure nobody watched the episode.
That's fine.
Shame on y'all. This may get me canceled, but I am very intrigued to try raisins in potato salad. I'm be honest. I am intrigued. I want to taste it just one time to see why they do it in the first place. I want to try it. That sweet and savory shit might work. I don't know.
You know what? You
can't respond.
No. I've had apples in potato salad,
Yeah.
like green apples.
Okay. You see? Like, I don't know if it's the Park Slope in me, guys, but I don't mind trying raisins in the potato
Jesus,
Okay.
Allah, Buddha Christ.
Okay.
I'm
What
not
the
doing
fuck?
this. I'm not.
When you want to go on that adventure, hit me up,
I definitely
please.
will.
I consider myself a foodie. I want to figure out.
I'm a
I want to
foodie
figure
as
it out
well.
too.
You know what's so crazy? Anybody watch Shameless?
Yes, I have.
I've heard of it.
I
I've
have.
never
I've
watched
never
it.
I
watched
have.
You watched it? Oh, okay. Because I was gonna say the what's her name? The Veronica.
Yes.
She took potato salad and she had a bunch of to a black barbecue.
Oh, God.
And everybody and she has a white husband, her
Yeah.
friends are white and everything. and everybody was looking at her like she crazy because she didn't really grow up, you know. Yeah. So okay.
Momo, it's on you.
It's on me. Okay. So I you know, I was going back and forth a lot with my answer, and like there were some answers where I was like, it's really gonna get me fucking canceled and I can't say this shit. But I'm gonna go with I don't mind putting my hands on my children. I think sometimes it's necessary. I'm not talking about like beat them with a fucking stick or something.
God,
no.
Yeah.
Ruffle up the feathers a
about
little bit,
pow-pow?
you know, a
A
little
nice
pow-pow, a nice
Yeah.
tap, like pow in the mouth or whatever. And like, I know some people will disagree with me and say that it will create this and create that or whatever. But sometimes I want my kids to be scared of me, and I'm gonna stay by it. Okay,
Your future children.
my future children.
Would you believe that as an educator, Momo kind of stole my answer? That's one of the thoughts that I had.
Really?
All right. I'm sorry to the ladies in the room. This may get me canceled, but those women that talk about finding a man after going through numerous men, I'm going to be honest. They probably already found that man.
I thought you were gonna say something crazy.
No,
That's how I was
no,
like, I was
no.
like,
I was like, where we going with
I'm
this?
like, I'm sorry,
I'm gonna be
but-
honest.
My breath too.
And
I was
here's
like, I might break the
why
rules.
I say that.
I might break the
Because
rules.
some women like to say, "Oh yeah, I haven't found that one yet." You probably have. I feel personally, if you've dated for a while, you've probably found that person, but at that time, you just wasn't ready for them.
Or they weren't ready for you. Sorry, I know we wasn't supposed to.
Hey,
say that.
hey.
Little trauma.
But it's the truth, and people gotta really like see it for what it is. I don't think a lot of women see that. I think they just they just post about it and complain about it and complain about it and complain about it. No, you had that opportunity, sis, right in your face, and you spoiled it. Trust me, men do it a lot, and to them, I ain't got nothing to say because they kind of deserve that. But for women, honestly, you can't want something and it's in your face and then you get mad about it. Like, people be praising it. God, Jesus, Allah, Buddha,
and
whoever, everybody. They be praying to the Lord. And then when they get it, then they be like, God, why this one? You couldn't pick me somebody else that was a little bit taller or something like that. I think people really need to stop looking for this framework of a person because it's not going to always work, because that same personality is going to definitely match yours. Now, I know some women are going to complain, that's not true. It's absolutely true. Cut the shit. I don't want to hear that
I was
shit.
talking about
no more.
Indian matchmaker, and then the girl she wanted somebody with a man bun and tattoos.
Oh my God.
That's it. That's all you want, bitch. What the fuck?
Right.
That's how simple it be. And I be
Right.
looking like,
Amen.
really?
No, it'd be like that sometimes.
It do.
I'm like, we're adults now. And especially as we get older, and especially in this generation, as we get older, there's a lot of stuff that's around. Like, there's a lot of podcasts, there's a lot of TV shows, there's a lot of stuff that kind of shows you, yo, I think you need to go after what is good for you.
Not what's aesthetically
Yeah.
pleasing.
Exactly.
Sorry, I know we said no.
Yeah, but yeah, it's true. I feel like a lot of people just want what's aesthetically pleasing. I think that people have wasted a lot of opportunities in finding somebody great. I, ladies, have done that myself because I had someone and I slipped up, but I got lucky and got them back.
I was about to say,
I was
clean
about
it
to
up.
be
Yeah,
like,
I
I
know
was like,
y'all was about to say. I know y'all was about to say that.
Ebony,
But
this is my first
she
time
is- meeting
you, but I was getting ready to slap him with this pillow if he
Exactly.
didn't mention it was you. I
Exactly.
swear to God.
Hey,
I had something worse. I did. I absolutely had something worse, but I have to be careful for right now.
that's what
But-
I was thinking too. I was like,
I'ma
I told
be ca-
Teresa, and she was like, don't say that shit.
I'm gonna be,
I was
I'ma
like,
be
what you're
careful.
gonna say
I'ma be
requires a
careful for
conversation.
right
Yeah.
now. I'm gonna be careful for right now. But bet your ass I'm gonna remember this in June. And when June come, I'm letting off a full. It's not gonna be 60 seconds, 90 seconds. It's probably gonna be a 5-minute rant
It's
about
a whole
something
new
that-
episode.
Yeah, yeah. And based on what happened today on this lovely Friday, I will
Mm-hmm.
tell you that I'm ready.
Okay.
Everything, the cylinders. Listen, the pencils will be down, the laptops will be closed, and hell will open. Hell will
Everyone, look out for our upcoming episode in June. For sure.
open. Yeah,
June.
yeah, I know June is far, far away, but expect
It'll be
that.
here before you know it.
Oh,
But-
God. September's almost done. Like,
Yeah,
it's
it's
insane.
done.
But I want to close out with this. As you guys can see, it's a beautiful thing to see that two podcasts can work together in such a
Absolutely.
magical way.
Hey,
I
of
definitely want to
course.
thank Momo and Theresa for being here.
Thank you
Thank
for
you.
having
Thank
us.
you for having us.
We
You
was-
ladies
we
have
were
been
surprised.
wonderful. Definitely check out More Than Vaginas on YouTube. Also check out We Are More Than Vaginas on Instagram. Their Instagram is so dope, especially like
Aw, thank you.
The
The
reels are on
The
point.
reels are very
That's all
interesting.
Momo. Give her flowers.
Yes.
That's Momo.
Also, shout out to Momo because Momo and Devon definitely helped me with my video editing. They've helped me out a
Aw.
lot. So I give them praise. I also have to thank Theresa because the first time we met, it was wonderful. And you know, we're hoping it's all right. It's all right. Hoping that we get to do more episodes like this
Yes,
of
together.
course. This was fun. I really enjoyed
yeah,
myself. I love the
We're
questions.
glad you guys had fun.
It made us really think.
Ooh. More importantly, I do have to do this. I'm sorry. Eb. I have to. Ebony has a new Instagram page called The Yoni Eclipse.
Yes.
There will be more information about that, but please follow her on Instagram at The Yoni Eclipse. Make sure you
Just
also
Yoni
follow.
Eclipse. Just not the.
Oh no,
Yoni.
Yoni
Yoni
Eclipse.
Eclipse.
Yoni Eclipse. I hope y'all know how to spell. I'm not spelling that out for y'all.
Description will be in the below.
Oh, yeah.
Description.
We'll put
Yeah,
all that
description,
description and all
yeah.
that. Yeah. But again, also follow Abs on Eccentric Abs. Follow our page at We Ain't Them _ Make sure you put in the underscore.
Or else it won't show up. Trust
yeah,
me.
it
won't.
definitely won't.
No.
I tried, guys.
But ladies,
sucks.
thanks again for coming.
Thank
this
you for
was
having
organic. This
us.
was beautiful.
Yeah, I loved it. I love it.
I really
love-
enjoyed
This
myself.
was a good
conversations
conversation.
like this.
Yeah.
When we was reading the questions, I was like, ooh.
Yeah, we started having our old episode while we was on the phone.
On the phone,
Like
right?
Momo was answering all of them as if she was like practicing to come here.
Yeah,
Because
but
sometimes I get stuck with my words, so
I
I'm just
know,
like, I
I
gotta
know.
practice a little bit.
and that's why I appreciate you. See,
I mean, we're learning as we're growing, and I'm glad you guys. Yeah, you guys are such a great podcast, and you guys are such a great people too. Like you guys are so
you.
nice,
Yeah.
wonderful couple. You guys are doing this podcast together. I'm gonna ask you questions on, the dynamics of doing a podcast as a couple and everything like that. When you guys are on our show, we'll have those questions.
Sure, absolutely.
But this was great. This was a lot of fun.
Well, again, this is We Ain't Them. Make sure you follow Abs at Eccentric Abs. Make sure you follow me at this point. I don't even know what I am. It's
It's
at
the Mr.
Mr.
Defiant.
Defiant. It's Mr. Defiant. It's Mr. Defiant. And of course, follow us on all streaming platforms: Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and of course on YouTube. Get our followers up. Because if you get our followers up, I will tell you, when we hit 100 subscribers, we will be doing challenges. You guys will see us
guys
a
get
little
to pick.
tortures.
Yes.
We will be a little
that's
tortured
dope.
just
That's
for you
interesting.
guys.
I'm not skydiving, so you just get knocked out the way.
It ain't that extreme.
Yeah, I hope
it's
not.
100
Not skydiving.
subscribers.
He's
not,
like, it's 100
not
subscribers.
a million. All right?
If it's a
love it.
million, you
Appreciate
better
y'all.
skydive, girl.
We gonna work
You
on
might
that.
have to bite the bullet for that one.
Anyway, this has been We Ain't Them, and we'll see you guys on the next one.
Bye.
Bye.